I have to make a big retraction. It takes a very big man, a very big, handsome, sexy man to admit when he was wrong. And I was wrong. Now, I was wrong. I didn't err in that I made the right decision given the information I had at the time. But later information proved that what I advocated was not correct. And so I'd like to just clear the air. A few days ago on the show, I endorsed Yasuke. Yasuke is the black guy. My producers insist that this man's name is pronounced differently. I heard Yasuke, and then now they're writing in my teleprompter it's pronounced Yasuke. I don't care, nerd, Professor Jacob. I'm calling him Yasuke because that's what it's spelled like. So anyway, I endorsed Yasuke, and I said, Yasuke, even though he's a black guy in the Japanese samurai story, he's a real character. He went over to Japan with an Italian, Jesuit missionaries, and they go over there and he impressed some of the imperial people and ends up becoming a retainer in Japan. And so he's a type of samurai. I think that's historically interesting. And so I think I endorsed him being in the video game. And then they had to make him gay. And it's not even, look, had Yasuke been gay, I'd say, okay, include it. Oh, I get it's history, and history is kind of interesting and weird sometimes. But I don't think Yasuke was gay. Okay? And I know there are going to be all sorts of Jesuit jokes and all sorts of Italian jokes that pop up. But back in those days, the Jesuits were really, really solid. Things went a little bit wrong in the intervening. But there's no evidence that Yasuke was gay. And yet, according to new reporting on this from all sorts of outlets that I've never heard of before because I don't play video games, according to this reporting, the company itself, Ubisoft, wrote in a blog post, Naoi, I guess that's another character, and Yasuke's disparate personalities also lead them to have different relationships and rapports with other characters. And they don't always feel the same way about people, nor do people always feel the same way about them. Romantically, they will also attract and be attracted to different types of people. Through the pair, players will get to experience a multitude of relationships. And this is... there is a lot of other evidence in this article that I won't finish reading that suggests that they're going to make Yasuke gay because they got to make everything gay because it's 2024 and everything has to be, not even gay. Gay is sort of conservative and traditional now by the standards of today. Now it's all got to be like 3 genders and pansexual, and you got to be into like polycules with billy goats. So I formally withdraw my endorsement of Yasuke, not of the person Yasuke, he seems kind of interesting, but of the video game. They took a very interesting historical story and they made it much lamer by imposing an anachronistic and historically unsupported lavender coating to the whole thing. It's out. Now I'm never going to play Assassin's Creed. Not that I was going to before. Right now, go to Genucel.com/Knowles, letter Y, letter T. As many of you know, it is Genucel's 25-year anniversary. Right now, our listeners will get an extra 25% off their already fabulous prices, making this the biggest Genucel sale ever. Genucel is offering an extra 25% off in honor of their 25th anniversary. If you've not tried Genucel, a great place to start is with their most popular package. This package features their Gen 90 serum, which instantly erases the wrinkles around your eyes, forehead, and mouth. It also includes their top-selling under-eye bags and puffiness serum, as well as their jawline treatment for a more contoured, defined jawline. Genucel is so confident in their product that they guarantee you will see results in less than 12 hours or you'll get your money back. For a limited time, get an extra 25% off for Genucel's anniversary. This discount is automatically applied at checkout. Once the sale is gone, it's gone. Order yours right now. Get the Genucel jawline treatment for a more contoured, defined jawline. Then you can mew and mog and look just as good as me and Professor Jacob. Genucel.com/Knowles, letter Y, letter T. To sweeten the deal even more, you'll receive a free spa box and 2 bonus gifts and free shipping. Genucel.com/Knowles, letter Y, letter T. This is a tough one. You know I'm not the biggest fan of the devil's lettuce. I'm not saying it's the single worst thing in the world. I'm just not a big fan. I might have, on occasion, given it a little try, It's not my thing. However, my view is not typical of America these days, I guess, because daily and near daily marijuana use is now more common than similar levels of drinking in the U.S., according to an analysis of national survey data over 4 decades. Gone are the days of Don Draper sitting back, having a drink after work, or a drink during work, as was the case of a lot of those guys back then. Gone is the America of Don Draper. In is the America of Seth Rogen and Cheech and Chong. So what I'm going to ask you, even if you love the sin spinach, even if you think there's nothing wrong with it or whatever, do you think America was better or would be better if it were the America of Don Draper? If it were the America of men like Winston Churchill? I know Winston Churchill was British, though he had an American mother and was actually a descendant of the Mayflower. But, men who, after work, maybe they like a drink. And maybe you don't like a drink or a smoke. But if you're going to pick one, the America that, has a little whiskey after work, nice glass of red wine maybe, or the America that rips a bong hit out of the Peruvian parsley. I have my view of it. I think if America becomes a bunch of Seth Rogens, the conservatives are never going to win an election again. And I think Don Draper, he probably voted Republican a lot of the time. Not John Hamm, but Don Draper probably did. And I think that's borne out by how the elections went. Now, furthermore, in addition to pot smoking outpacing drinking, a good 40% of current marijuana users are using it daily or near daily. Now, this blows alcohol out of the water. This is more like cigarette smokers. If you're a cigarette smoker, you very likely are having a cigarette every day, or many cigarettes every day. That's not necessarily true for people who drink. I don't drink alcohol every day. I drink a lot of days. I'll have a little drink, at the end of the day, but not every single day. Even cigars. I'm a cigar smoker. I own a cigar company, and still, I don't have a cigar every day. 40% of marijuana users, and marijuana is different from cigars in that marijuana goes into your lungs, so it wreaks certainly more havoc there. And unlike cigars or even cigarettes, it changes your mind. It's mind altering, right? It's more like alcohol in that way. And 40% are ripping this stuff every single day, which shows that it is more addictive. A lot of my friends who are fans of the ganj, they will say it's not addictive. It obviously is. If 40% of users are smoking every single day, that's addictive. And I got friends, especially, I lived in LA, kind of a chewing capital of America. I had friends who were professionals, who would go to work, who were wake and bake kind of guys, A lot, multiple friends, not just in LA, in New York, in all over the place. So I'm just saying, I see the trend line, so I know I'm on the losing side of this for now. But in the long run, it will be proven. Mark my words, this is a Nostradamus prediction. I'm so furious about it that I'm knocking my microphone over. It will be shown that marijuana is very bad for your health, for your physical health, like your lungs, and for your mental health. It will be proven that marijuana is obviously addictive, at least habitually, if not physically. And it will be proven that as more and more people smoke marijuana, more and more regularly, America becomes more and more liberal. It will be proven. We might not be able to stop it. I'm just bookmark this and check back in 10 years. And I will, at that point, hate to say that I told you so. That was a good clip. If you want more of them, you have to subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.